Hey all, it's Jess from Sunflower Dairy, and I've been working on projects like crazy, and we just finished this mini greenhouse. Now, we already have a huge greenhouse that I start all my seeds in, and I also have a raised bed in there that I grow stuff in, but I needed a space where I could actually grow on the ground. And why I needed to do that is because, well, you all know that I usually grow food in raised beds. Well, I wanted a space where I could have things vine all over the ground because I want to be growing watermelons in a greenhouse, because watermelons need lots of heat, they need lots of moisture to grow, and growing in a greenhouse is going to be perfect for watermelons. So we did this DIY little cattle panel greenhouse, which is super easy. All of you can definitely do this. Doesn't take up much room, so if all you have is a backyard, this is a super quick and easy way to have a greenhouse, and it's pretty affordable. It's not, super expensive like a huge greenhouse would be. And this is going to be super quick. It only took two of us to put this up really quickly. This could even be a one-person job. And the materials you need for this, it's not a super long list. So basically, the bottom is just 4 2x4s, and they are 9 foot long and then 7 foot wide. So, you're going to be doing your 2 9 foot 2x4s and then your 2 7 foot 2x4s, and then you're just going to put those together to form your square base. Then you're going to take 2 cattle panels. You're going to put your cattle panels inside of your 2x4 square. Then you're going to bend it down and then put it on the other side of your cattle panel 2x4 area. And then what we did was we took little pieces of 2x4, and then we just drilled the little pieces of 2x4. We put the cattle panels in between where the 2x4 base is, and then we put our cattle panels there, and then we took a little piece of 2x4 and then we put it up against it, so it's like a sandwich. And then we just drilled the 2x4 into the other 2x4, and then that cattle panel is going to stay there nice and secure. So that's what we did to secure the cattle panels. Then what we did was, since there's 2 cattle panels, we zip tied those together. So those 2 cattle panels are zip tied together. And then what we did was we put PVC piping around the outside edges where it's going to be sharp. And then we went ahead and we put these braces right here, these wood braces, so that's pretty easy, and then we did just a couple boards here for an opening so that we can go in and out. And then we put our greenhouse plastic, so you can go to your local garden or greenhouse supply, and usually you'll be able to find greenhouse plastic. A lot of times you can also find that online. So luckily we have a local greenhouse supply place near us, so that's where we get our greenhouse plastic. So that's what we did for this. We measured out how much we were going to need for each side, took a tape measure, went up and over, made sure that we had enough for that way, and then we went back up and over this way as well to make sure that we were going to have enough greenhouse plastic. So we covered that. We took these greenhouse strips right here, we put them across any places where we had 2x4s or pieces of wood, and then we stapled. And this white tape here protects from when you staple into the plastic so that it doesn't rip. It just gives it a nice base there for the staple to stay. And then it keeps your greenhouse plastic in place. So now we have this door here. So we cut some 2x4s down, and we just did a little basic door, and we put the greenhouse plastic on it, and then we just put a couple hinges on there and a latch, and then that's good to go. So this is actually pretty good size. 9x7 is going to be perfect for just a basic greenhouse in a backyard, especially if you don't have a lot of room. And also, if you need a place to start seeds, you could easily just put a couple little fold-up tables in here, or whatever you want to do for some kind of table, and then you could easily have this for starting seeds. So that's great for that. But I'm going to be growing watermelons in here because I want a space where I can be growing stuff where it's going to hold in that heat and moisture, and things are going to do better. So I will take you inside here. Also, I have to say, when it is really warm out and sunshiny, you have to keep this door open because it gets super hot in there. Our big greenhouse gets hot, but this is so small that it just really keeps that heat in there, and this gets really warm. So it's supposed to be like 90 degrees today, so this door is going to stay open all day long, and probably even this evening it's going to stay open as well. So I'm going to take you in here so you can kind of look and see what everything looks like, and then here we go. So as you can see, there's our opening right here, and as you go in, we can see the cattle panels, and then also we have a space in the back. That there is actually not an opening, but that is bracing so that these cattle panels stay sturdy. So this actually is pretty sturdy in here, and this is going to be great. And then as you can see, we have our soil down in the bottom. So what I did was I put cardboard on the bottom of this, so like a no-dig garden method. So I put the cardboard down here so that any grass or anything isn't going to be growing up in the greenhouse. So that cardboard is going to give a good base. And then we just piled tons of soil and compost in here. And then in a couple days, I'm going to be planting all different kinds of watermelons in here. All right, all. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.